Hey there guys, this is Andrew here. What is going on? It's not often that a certain change on the internet just makes me annoyed, and I can normally see the reason why it didn't have to happen on the internet, and I can't really hate it, just something that could have been better in the first place. But now there's a change that apparently is happening on YouTube that I feel nothing but being annoyed. It's called the Made for Kids policy on YouTube. And I gotta say, that has to be the most unnecessary thing I have ever seen. It's basically a content or policy that is taking effect on YouTube, but that's not all. It has this ridiculous need to make this email message to all YouTube users and channels to determine if their content is made for kids, because usually YouTube is basically taken over to making their whole entire website for kids for absolutely no apparent reason. I mean, I didn't have any problems with YouTube Kids, but seeing regular YouTube being turned into a kids website, that really flips me off. I mean, that would be like if I were about to buy or wear some underwear and looks like I'm gonna have to ask myself if underwear is made for kids or not. But yeah, I'm just going to read this message, but I'm not going to show it. Important changes that may impact your monetization and content discoverability are coming. And so all creators are required to tell us if their content is made for kids in order to comply with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, also known as the COPPA, and or other applicable laws. Depending on the amount of made for kids content on your channel, you can set your audience at either the channel level or the video level, but for those sitting at the channel level, it's just one click. So it's either a lot of made for kids, a mix mash in between, or no made for kids. And so seeing the changes, asking myself if I should make my content or channel made for kids. That would be like if I were to buy myself a baseball. I would have to ask myself if it's made for kids or not before I could actually buy the baseball. I mean, it may be for kids, but it's just an example of what I'm bringing up. And so, with the changes happening, they are required as part of the U.S. Federal Trade Commission and New York Attorney General, and will help comply with the COPPA and other laws that are applicable. And so they're saying that these changes won't be easy for some creators like me, and that this change may take some time, but as uneasy as it sounds, they are saying that it's important to ensure of the law. And so in YouTube Studio, they're asking us if our content is made for kids or not, and starting in January 2020, data will be limited depending on what's made for kids, and also depending on what is selected determines on the content being disabling personalized ads on the content, as well as many different features like comments, notifications, etc. And so, looking at something else I'm reading from the email, it is asking us if the made for kids content falls into the category, but if we don't set it sooner or later, then they may set the audience for us. But if the content is not set accurately, then there could be consequences. And usually when it comes to made for kids content, it's usually made for children as the primary audience, or a secondary audience. And looks like it's gonna be it. I tried my best to word it all out, as I wanted to keep the whole email a secret as to not spoil anything, but I didn't have a problem with YouTube Kids and regular YouTube being separate from each other. And so, seeing the big questioning that's coming towards me, I've been looking at my hobbies I've been doing on my YouTube channel since 2011. Elevators, rail fanning, Yoshi Fun, Legos, car washes, and even fire alarms. And you may have noticed that that's at the bottom. And so I've been looking at some of my fire alarm videos on my channel and seeing how popular they have gotten. I knew that was going to be one of my topics, and that has been the reason why I've gotten into fire alarms, as my as the college I have gone to has had their fire alarms changed out. But let's not get into more of that. Let's get back to the made for kids content. I don't know what might happen. I don't know what impact is going to be made if I fail to accurately set my YouTube channel or videos as made for kids. I may have to go back and look at all of my videos and to fix them up, depending on if I want to have them made for kids or not. That doesn't mean I'm going to have to delete all my videos and re-upload them, because it's going to be 2027 by the time I'm finished up. But yeah, seeing the made for kids content feature, whatever the heck you want to call it, that really flips me off. I mean, I never had any problems with YouTube Kids and regular YouTube being separate. Like, for the made for kids content on YouTube, if they just let it be called youtube.com/4kids, I'm not talking about the 4Kids anime creator, the one that made the anime TV shows on Gex, I think it would have been fine. You know, just have youtube.com/FOR kids. But yeah, I know I keep repeating myself over and over again, asking if my content is made for kids or not, and if what bad things might happen in the future. But I know that a lot of you guys have been getting the same email regarding the made for kids policy, and seeing the hobbies I've been doing. That is, these are the big things that I have joined YouTube, or why I joined YouTube. It's mostly elevators, and so I don't know what's going to happen to any of you guys with the made for kids policy, because the change may bring a huge impact to whatever content that you might have, because I'm really concerned about what could happen to me in the future if I fail to set my content accurately, whether it's made for kids or not made for kids. But yeah, I just wanted to make this quick little update video asking you guys on what should I do if I got this email regarding the made for kids policy. So let me know in the comments down below on what actions I should consider, whether it's made for kids or not made for kids. But otherwise, I hope you guys stay safe out there. Hope your channels survive. I hope mine survive as well. And I will hopefully see you when time comes to tell.